As time is revealing, there are many whom have been made to think and to believe that what has been produced in terms of the effects upon the society psychologically, emotionally, as well as what has infected the spirit of the men and women of this arena of constant challenges. Many are coming to realize the fundamentals of what has been established through the centuries is the true fundamental formula set for the sake of human behavior, designed to go in harmony with the will, aims and wishes of the government system of the planet. This is too as it has forever been for those who are deemed as the wealthy, as they are the community of people, male and female, young and elder, who are in control of those who are perceived as the rich. Even now, this day, as we are observing the many timely exposure of technology, mankind are coming more in control of what only the divine was said to have control over, for the conventional preservation of the planet and therefore the health of the human family. We are seeing this day that the ability of being able to create clouds is being compromised through the sheer implication of cloud manipulation in many areas in this world. This is becoming a common practice, and many have this knowing, however are not understanding of how this will in time affect the behavior of their fellow human beings. Anything in terms of information, and also have been offered the ability and chance to put forth a righteous intention for the betterment of humanity, is indeed become a compromising reality. Compromising that which has been created and set in motion to better the earth, has been compromised for the sake of complicating it for a time of when the earth will no longer be willing to supply to the human family what is needed to preserve its occupiers. Compromise that which should never be compromised, has become a universal culture throughout the world. This has been placed inside of the hands of wicked men and women. As there will become a time of when the divine will take back charge of such a disgraceful use of generosity, and have no choice but to end the mentality which has brought about such a plague. Many are seeing this day and time through the free access of this technology in terms of social media, the true innards of many whom live of this environment each day that is allowed to manifest. What is revealed is the effects of not only the government design, but also the true nature of most people who have been forced to covet their true thoughts and feelings, but were influenced to maintain a false sense of self due to the common threat of the law. The time is dawning of where many are beginning to break outside of the shell which they have been forced to exist inside because of the set boundaries imposed upon them institutionally designated, in harmony with the fear of knowing the consequences of what will transpire if they were to honestly express themselves, and face being prosecuted by a government system that has in time caused them to become the monsters through social engineering in regards to social science, political science and social physiology methods of creation and therefore control. As for many, I would to dare assert, feel these matters of what is being presented, however, have been educated not to be able to explain the core from which all of this emanates from. This has left many feeling and thinking as if they are losing their minds, when it is the mind of which they have forever been meant to utilize that is no longer willing to remain buried under the lies of the government educational system, which has been designed to keep the occupants blind to themselves, and only given sight for the aims and objectives of those who are in what is called the political powers that be. As many are coming to perceive and understand of how they have been lied to all of their lives, with the traditional convenience of their elders being lied to before them, the government powers have no worries of the miseducated being enabled to miseducate their children, as this assures a stagnant existence for many and not an environment being concerned of a said possible Messiah to manifest to enlighten the blind of their real freedoms from God, which will place their living as it was designed to be. Throughout the living journey, the most powerful device to enslave the human family has been knowledge. Knowledge has forever been able to be used as a form of freedom, or for the demands of enslavement, either physically or mentally. As historical accounts have been secured and yet able to be observed in various places as London, England, Germany, and through the elders of India very openly, the human being first had to be enslaved physically, for in time the mind to be enslaved as well through the trauma of history in terms of inhumane deeds, as time has forever revealed, and even until this day, it has always been easy to enslave a man or a woman physically and either to leave them be, or to set them free at the whim of the thump of a judge's gavel, or a powerful politician's stroke of a pen. The government powers only are maintained by the governed remaining ignorant of themselves. Their true freedom have been buried with lies of various forms of history, as well as the promises of religious doctrine which goes in harmony of the government powers and objectives, and the cursed doctrines of religion, of where they are taught that all of which has transpired and what continues to be the course of the living journey is ordained by God and cannot be changed, because all of which is commonly asserted through those religious systems of belief and designated thought, no matter if it sounds pleasing or displeasing, is that which in fact enslaves them until at times of when no government system is able to function sufficiently and effective for their own benefit, and in time die, setting the people free again as it was when Egypt fell and when Rome fell. However, how many in the structured societies upon this earth will be able to secure themselves completely in every aspect after being carried for so many centuries through the subjugation of the government system, which through themselves have been propagated as a common necessity? How many will live? How many will perish? How many will seek to recreate more government systems and assert to be the saviors of what is left of humanity? More interesting times will dawn for the human family. Or better times for the human family will dawn once we understand the power of depending solely upon ourselves, as it was before the government systems arrived. Written by David Anthony Brayboy.